Reason why turning the F-35 into a «stealth bomber» is a smart idea. A nuclear-armed F-35 jet would introduce a new dynamic to America's nuclear deterrence strategy. The Air Force is preparing to arm the F-35A variant of the fighter jet with nuclear bomb attack capability. This will add another stealth aircraft to the Defense Department's nuclear deterrence posture. Although the B-2 Spirit is nuclear capable and has undergone testing before being fitted with the upgraded B-6112 nuclear bomb. Now, the Air Force is conducting trials with F-35 fighter jets in preparation for certifying the stealth fighter to carry nuclear weapons. Many aircraft can carry nuclear weapons, including the B-52 Stratofortress and even some fighter variants such as the F-15E Strike Eagle and F-16C/D Fighting Falcon. Arming a stealth fifth-generation aircraft with air-dropped nuclear weapons capabilities introduces a potentially unprecedented new variable. An Air Force press statement noted that two F-35A jets released B-6112 joint test assemblies as part of the final flight test exercise to certify the aircraft to carry nuclear weapons. Nuclear certification is divided into two phases including nuclear design and nuclear operational certification, according to the Air Force. This test is considered a graduation flight test exercise for the F-35A nuclear design certification and concludes onboard testing for the initial nuclear certification effort, an Air Force press statement explained. Test data received from this event is currently being analyzed and reviewed by the Department of Defense and Department of Energy to ensure the F-35A and B-6112 JTA perform properly in all phases of operation. A nuclear-armed F-35 jet will introduce new dynamics to America's nuclear deterrence strategy. The speed of the F-35A variant, especially if operating in the vicinity of a conflict area, can provide a nuclear response to any kind of first strike more quickly, essentially shortening the response curve. For example, if the United States were suddenly nuked, then a nuclear-armed F-35 jet might be in a position to retaliate in a more rapid and impactful manner, whereas an intercontinental ballistic missile could take up to half an hour. Hours to transit through space on the way to the target. The B-2 Spirit could put the United States at risk of nuclear attack even though it may not have the maneuverability and lower altitude speed to carry out a nuclear strike. More direct to war zones full of enemy aircraft, ground troop maneuvers or newly arrived intelligence information with updated targets. Essentially, a nuclear-armed F-35 jet could go from participating in conventional air-to-air or air-to-ground combat to carrying out a nuclear strike if the conditions and circumstances of the battle change rapidly. This latest development is a major step forward towards deploying a nuclear-armed variant of the F-35A. Plans to arm fifth-generation jets with nuclear weapons go back several years to the 2018 Nuclear Posture Review. This unified plan is designed to strengthen the U.S. nuclear deterrence posture. The difference between the F-35 and the F-22 is as follows. So the United States' most secret stealth fighter jet. This is the F-22 Raptor that was never sold. Talking about a country's military capability, everyone will compare it with the United States. The United States currently holds the first position in the list of countries with the strongest military according to Global Firepower. The United States is also famous for a variety of defense equipment that has qualified, up-to-date, modern and dangerous capabilities. Air Combat F-22 Raptor vs. Su-57, superior Lockheed Martin or Sukhoi fighter jet. Recently, the U.S. has returned to the spotlight after making the AUKUS alliance with Britain and Australia. In the Pact of the AUKUS Alliance Agreement, the U.S. had agreed to provide technology transfer and help Australia build nuclear-tech submarines, which certainly took other countries by surprise. Because the U.S. is known to be strong enough to keep the secrets of military technology, especially their mainstay defense equipment. One of the main weapon systems that is still kept secret is the F-22 Raptor stealth fighter jet made by Lockheed Martin specifically for the United States Army troops. The F-22 cannot be exported under U.S. federal law to protect its stealth technology and classified features. Customers for the U.S. fighter acquire earlier designs such as the F-15 Eagle and F-16 Fighting Falcon or the newer F-35 Lightning II, which contains the technology of the F-22 but is designed to be cheaper, more flexible, and available for export. In September 2006, Congress enforced a ban on the sale of foreign F-22s. Apart from the ban, the 2010 Defense Authorization Bill includes a provision requiring the Department of Defense to prepare a report on the costs and eligibility for export variants of the F-22, and another report on the effect of F-22 export sales on the U.S. aerospace industry. Some Australian politicians and defence commentators have suggested that Australia should try to buy the F-22 instead of the planned F-35, citing the F-22's known capabilities and F-35 delays and development uncertainty. However, the Royal Australian Air Force, RAAF, determined that the F-22 cannot perform the F-35 strike and close air support role. The Japanese government has also shown interest in the F-22 for its replacement fighter program. The Japan Air Self-Defense Force, JASDF, will reportedly need fewer combat aircraft for its missions if it acquires the F-22, thereby reducing engineering and staff costs. However, in 2009 it was reported that acquiring the F-22 would require an increase in the Japanese government's defense budget beyond a historical 1% of GDP. With production of the F-22 ending, Japan chose the F-35 in December 2011. Israel also expressed interest, but ultimately chose the F-35 due to the price and unavailability of the F-22.